Hello everybody, I'm Morgenstern Reader and welcome to my channel. Today is my very first video for my channel, so welcome everybody! Before we get into the video, I'm going to be telling you a few things about myself so you get to know me a bit better and what I'll be doing on this channel. My name is Hannah and I live in Australia. I've been reading since I learned how to read. You can never find me without a book in my hand, much to the annoyance of my family, but I wouldn't have it anyway, so... This channel is going to be dedicated to bookish content, so if you're interested in that sort of thing, definitely hit subscribe and ring the bell to get notified. Today I'm going to be doing a May wrap up about the books I read in May. In the month of May I read 9 books. I was so close to making it even number, making it 10, but I finished the last book on the 1st of June. So that one's going to be included in my June wrap up, so keep an eye out for that one. And without further ado, let's get into the books. The first book I picked up in the month of May is actually a reread for me, and that is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I finished this duology back in March and fell in love with this group of novels and this world. This time was no different. I absolutely loved diving back into the Grisha universe and revisiting these incredible characters that Leigh created. Basically, this book is about these criminals that get commissioned to perform a heist. This book is written through all their perspectives, which creates a depth to the characters and the story. I loved rereading this and I finished it in a day. I also read the second book of the duology this month, Crooked Kingdom. Without giving away too many spoilers, Kaz, that's all I'll say. He's a fantastic character. I absolutely love him. This duology also has a wide range of representation, including characters with a disability, characters of colour, sexual identity, relationship status, and of course the perfect range of fantastic female characters. If you have not picked up this duology already, you should definitely give it a go. This series was a series I have been for a while unsure about picking up over the last few years due to many different opinions I've either heard or read. I actually ended up borrowing the first 3 from my sister, and can I just say, one of my best decisions I could have ever made, and that is to read Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas. I'm just going to hold up one because these books are really heavy. Here we go. The concept of this book basically is this girl named Selena is an assassin. She also happens to be the best assassin in all of Ardalan. Now when you pick up Throne of Glass, she's at a prison camp when she's offered a deal by the captain of the Kingsguard and Prince Dorian to gain her freedom. To be the prince's champion in a tournament to kill other champions, winning a place as the king's assassin and her freedom. This is the premise of the first book, but oh boy, does so much more happen. Sarah J Maas creates such a fantastic introduction to this series. The characters have so many flaws and complexities which I love, as well as never being able to guess what's going to happen. In the month of May, I also managed to finish Crown of Midnight, Hair of Fire, and Queen of Shadows. Queen of Shadows is my all-time favourite Throne of Glass book, even though it repeatedly stomped at my heart and proceeded to rip it into tiny little pieces. I cannot wait to read Empire Storms to see where this series goes. I've ordered the book and I'm pretty sure it's coming really, really soon. So I'm really, really excited, but a little terrified. This book was one I received with one of the subscription boxes I subscribe to. I love to do this because I get to have different fantasy books delivered that I knew nothing about. Nocturna, A Forgery of Magic by May Montagnier has one of the all-time favourite magic systems I have ever read. I love the complexities and layers of this magic system. It is very unique and I cannot rave about it enough. This Latinx inspired fantasy follows Prince Alfie still grieving the loss of his older brother and being put up as the heir for the throne, and Finn, who uses magic as a weapon to steal. Their paths collide and they must work together to stop an ancient and hungry evil that wants to destroy the kingdom. I loved this book. I loved the relationships that were created by the characters, particularly that of the bromance. The realness and truthfulness of that particular relationship made me so happy to see written in the book. It created such a depth and beauty to the story. I cannot wait to see where this series goes, and I'm definitely going to pick up the next one when it comes out. The next book I finished in the month of May was Sadie by Courtney Summers. This book is one of my first contemporary YA books and I love it. Courtney Summers finds a very unique way to tell this raw truth about teens. Basically, it follows this girl named Sadie who, after finding out her sister has been murdered, decides to go after the person who she believes murdered her sister. This book is told in two perspectives, Sadie in novel form and through the radio host following her story through script form. Although this is the premise of the story, this book deals with a lot of very tough subjects surrounding teens, including multiple forms of abuse, ranging from sexual, drug, physical and emotional, as well as the harsh reality of poverty in social lives. The way Courtney writes about these topics surrounding teens is nothing less than incredible. She is able to communicate the rawness and harshness of the reality of our world and how there are so many adolescents today that can relate to it so personally, to all of it. Having it written in two perspectives makes this book distinctive and integrate in the way that its story is delivered. It's just incredible. If you have not read this book, you should definitely give it a go. And the last book I read in the month of May is The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. This book was written so beautifully. Amber Smith has done such a fantastic job of capturing the rawness of this story and this trauma. This book I'm giving a content warning for drug abuse and sexual assault. This book follows this girl named Eden who is sexually assaulted by her brother's best friend in her own bedroom. It spans over 3 years seeing Eden react and go on with her life in the aftermath. I think Amber Smith's choice to write Eden's story as a period piece was an ingenious choice for this particular story in that she was able to show the short-term and long-term effects of abuse. I loved to see Eden portrayed in such a different way to other characters written about with this difficult subject matter. This book I finished in one sitting. I loved it so much even though it had me sobbing. I'm definitely going to pick up her other story, The Last to Let Go, which also has difficult subject matter because all chronic book readers love torturing themselves with some beautiful creations of literary work. Guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have some very exciting videos coming up soon. If you liked what you saw, hit subscribe and ring the bell to get notified. You can follow me on social media. I'll leave those links down below. But until next time, see ya!